welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port here on a Wednesday, the Barnes and Tony Show. Anthony, how you doing, my friend, on your favorite day of the week?
That's right, dude. Big old hump day, a lot going on. Pretty stoked to be here. Obviously pumped about the Mets win last night, Brian. Sorry, but stoked to be talking about it. Obviously 3M Open, the Senior Open as well.
I'm glad you mentioned that. And it's a shame that history, I feel like, has to repeat itself. Or I feel like I just was talking about this last week or whenever it was that, there's a lot of golf to talk about. So unfortunately, we won't have any time to talk about the baseball. But at this point, it's not even funny anymore. It's just sad and it's pathetic. And I just, in a way, and I'm only half kidding here. I hate the way the Yankees have played. I hate the person that it has made me become. And I almost am jealous in a sense to those other fans, but maybe I'm not, because how loyal are they really? But I feel like there's a lot of people that can just be like, fuck them. I'm never going to a game till they do this, till they do that. I'm not going to care. I'm not going to watch. And it's just like, unfortunately, that just doesn't work for me and apply.
I just feel angst.
So just a tough spot. I'm hoping that on Friday, Mad Dog, even though he doesn't like the Yankees, he'll probably make me feel worse.
Yeah.
But Steve Torrey, I know that we're going to end up interviewing him. I know he's a diehard fan, so I'm looking forward to some very good conversation with Mr. Torrey.
Right. And you also, you're going to the game today. So,
exactly.
You got that to get under your belt too.
Yeah. And you know what? And me and Matt are going to have a great time. So we deserve it. You know what I mean? We deserve the great time and the early dinner at Mario's. They don't, but we do. But I am looking forward. We're going to have a great time. And my whole strategy, going in, because I dealt with this with Mark a couple years ago, a couple Mets fans, a couple too many pops. My whole thing is I'm just not going to say anything. So you could talk to me all you want. I'm just not going to answer. So that's just kind of my thought going in. Right. And I'm sure it's going to get a little chippy, standing room. There's going to be tons of Mets fans around, I'm sure. But too, you would think, we're due to win one of these games. We'll see. But like I said, I just, all the questions that I pepper with you every day, I am interested to get a different perspective from Dog and from Steve Torrey, because I just wonder, am I missing something, or is it everything that I think? And I was just talking about it with Matt on the phone this morning, actually. But again, Tony, and I know I apologize. I know I've asked you 1,000 times, but with Jones and Davis, who once again, last night embarrassed themselves, in the starting lineup. Is it as simple as Cashman is just earning to find the next Gio Urshela and Mike Tachman, and he doesn't care if it's at the expense of the team? He needs that for his ego so bad. That's why he's so set on those type of guys being on the roster and being in the lineup. Is there any other thing you could even think of, honestly?
No, I don't think so. I think that is why. It's interesting. Did you see that video I sent you on Instagram yesterday? John Boy was talking about, I guess he was reading
with the
Tory's thing. Do you think that Boone did that intentionally?
So I saw that and right. I saw it quickly, but what was he basically saying?
So I forget what the book was. It was clearly a memoir, not memoir, but a biography, maybe about Torrey, whatever years. But it was saying how, I think in the 06 or 09, so wait, 06? Oh, yeah, maybe it was early 2000. Yeah, it wasn't 09. Yeah, it wasn't 09.
No, it said 02, actually. I saw
was it 02? Okay, then it was 02.
02, yeah.
So whatever year it was, Subway Series, Torre, upset with Cashman about the guys he was bringing into the Yankees organization, fielded intentionally a lineup of a bunch of,
to show like what
to be like, hey, if this is the team you want to give me, this is what it's going to look like. Yeah. It was a Subway Series game against the Mets. They ended up losing, and the next day they made like some trades and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to imagine, and I think it was like a June, it was during the summer too. So a lot of parallels here. And I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to argue that Boone didn't do that with that situation from Torre in mind. I mean, it's almost exactly the same.
Yeah. I mean, maybe like the only angle I'm thinking specifically with Davis, because he started them in the first Subway Series, is that like he was thinking like some like type of like revenge games.
Yeah,
but it's
what
like
is
if
that?
you
What does that even mean?
suck, I mean, it doesn't matter. You're not.
And he hasn't even been playing. Like,
yeah. And then it was just funny too. And then they start Narvaez as well, and then pinch hit for him in the 6th inning. I mean, if you're gonna pitch hit for him in the 6th inning, just start him.
Yeah, really, dude. So odd.
So it's just and then on the flip side of things, Tony. So there's the diamond in the rough, but then why do you think that he's so reluctant to bring up Peraza and Jones? Like, is there something more, or does he actually believe like it's like it has to go this way in terms of at bats and going through levels and getting a certain amount of looks at each level, like, and he can't deviate off that no matter how much in need the major league team is in need? I mean, is there anything else you could think of? Is he worried that they're going to come up and suck and the trade is going to be less, even though, like Peraza, for instance, he was always a highly touted prospect. Hasn't really performed in the majors, hasn't really got much opportunity. It's probably going down anyway. But I mean, is that part? Is he nervous that they're not going to look good? Is that part of it?
I guess. I mean, it's kind of hard to get in the mind of Boone in this type of situation.
But not Boone, but Cashman, because I don't think Boone has anything to do with it.
No, it seems like he has nothing to do with it.
Yeah. I'm just talking about like roster moves.
I don't know. I mean, again, I would imagine. I mean, I don't know, man. It really is so perplexing because there's no reason.
Right?
Yeah,
there's like the outrage, everything I say,
crazy,
I'm not crazy.
Dude. No, you're
like
not. You're not.
Like it all makes sense.
And that's a valid question. Like I wish that like someone would ask him that, because like what's the deal?
And if you're gonna bring them up anyway, aren't we past the point of manipulation with service time at this point in the season?
You
know what I mean? It's like he really thinks Jahmai Jones and JD Davis are gonna provide a spark. Like it just saying it just sounds insane. So I really am very much interested to hear what Dog and Steve Torre and anybody else that's there, because I heard him talking. I was listening to his show a little bit yesterday, and it was funny. They were making jokes about some fan called in and said the Dog's producer is going to have to stay with him because they can't find him a spot, and it's tough to get a hotel last minute at the Jersey Shore on the weekend. And they were talking about that, but then they were talking about some other host, Mike Babchick, Tony, who's been a staple on SiriusXM, more of a comedian, so not my favorite host. In terms of, he's one of those guys, he almost is like a Carton in the way, where his whole thing is like, at least when I used to listen to his show, that it's like he doesn't know that much about sports, he doesn't pay attention that much, he's just joking around type of thing, which it's funny, right? You know what I mean? Like, don't you think just in general, like specific people aside, that whole shtick, is that really funny though? And I know I'm a very critical person when it comes to funny, but being on a sports show and then like day in, day out, act like it's like you don't really care or know what you're talking about. Like, is that funny, honestly?
No, I mean, I think it gets old really quick. Too.
Yeah, like
once, literally once is good.
Yeah. So, but he actually probably would be a very good interview, and like you never know. But it is actually his whole thing too. For years, it's been going on that like his wife, like they should really get divorced. She doesn't want to have sex with him. I swear to God, this is like a whole thing that's been going on for a very long time. Mike Babchick. They've always called them the Morning Men, and he actually, so his partner now, I think it's from 6 to 9. Is Damon Amendolara.
Stop it, really?
Yes, dude, yes. Not the coach, Mike Babcock.
No, of course
host,
not.
Mike Babchick.
Babchick, dude. Oh, no, dude.
He looks out of his mind, and supposedly like alcoholic, so he's probably going to be hammered there. He actually could potentially give us a really good interview.
He looks pretty young.
And then they'll have like Yeah, that's his old partner there on the right, Lisa. Not Lisa. Forget, because I was going to say something else, but that's Evan Cohen. But they would always have Lisa Ann on the show, and then there'd always be this shtick about how like he's gonna have a scene with her. And I swear to God,
wait, are you serious?
But she would come on because she does actually fantasy sports for SiriusXM. That's why. But then he talked to her about like spicing up things. I swear to God, this is all like legit stuff that's on that show. I used to listen to it all the time.
And they allow that, like that's
well, I mean, it's SiriusXM.
That's kind of crazy, dude.
So it would be kind of hilarious to get an interview with him hammered. Bethany Babchick.
Oh, that's his wife?
It must be.
It must be. They have a kid?
Yeah, a couple kids. And like the last one supposedly was an accident. And it just,
oh my God, dude. Are you serious? And they fucking say this on the radio?
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, like, I think the whole thing from the start has been like just
kind of a shtick.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, he will most likely be there.
Damon Amendola.
But we're gonna it's gonna be a completely different thing than the Beach Bash, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah,
a lot of different personalities, people we haven't talked to before.
Never talked to before. Yeah. And dude, I honestly like Mad Dog like on the microphone. Like, come on, dude. That's so sick, dude.
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm gonna pepper him with questions. He's just
you got it, dude.
Brian, you're talking about anything else? Yeah, Yankees. Talking about his golf game. You know, he's a member at Shore and Country Club in Norwalk.
Maybe sneaking a few Wimbledon, tennis, dude. You know, US Open tennis. Coming up. Let's go, dude.
No, we could talk about anything. So
literally,
that's just
the gummies.
Standing, the gummies will be mentioned.
Maybe we should bring some to offer him some to be some on camera, dude.
No, the other day someone mentioned that on his show, and he's like, "Yeah, I can do it. I can probably do it. I can do it."
I bet he.
Yeah. Oh man, we could just talk about Dog all day. If only it was really that funny, Tony. Unfortunately, but let's just get to these comments here. The battle begins.
That's right. The battle in the comments, dude. Second day in a row, Brian Barnaby, first person to comment.
Batting leadoff, doing a better job than Jabari Jones.
Nobody respects the Mets name! Exclamation points. A lot of them are right there. We are out for vengeance tonight, dude. I'll see you at the stadium tonight, brother. Fuck the Mets, he says. Then, of course, Kev Do with a fat let's go. He says, we want the smoke still. Oh, happy day when Brian cries because the Yankees lost. You better put respect on the name. We know his response to that. Today, you have no run to talk to, no crap. You have no run or no reason is probably what he meant to say. Nobody's crying, Brian says. Nobody respects the jokes the Mets are. Can't wait for the collapse, which is, interesting words. Nonetheless, dude, kept clapping back. In the words of Kendrick, he says, they not like us.
And in the words of me, we don't want to be like us. Okay.
Asking where Matty Ryan is, and he's somewhere in the comments down there. Josh B in there, of course. Hump Day, he says, whoop. Yankees suck. What up, fam? He's probably feeling it a little bit this morning, dude.
And was actually talking to him before 6 this morning about some fantasy stuff. I dropped a couple of guys. He was making fun of me because he was mentioning how I had room to do that, this and that. And then he was trying to do a trade offer.
Oh.
He wants Duran.
Okay.
But he has like an exclusion list of guys he wants to give me. And I'm saying, listen, I'm not motivated to trade Durant. You want to give me Zach Wheeler? Sure. Ooh. No, it's not signed for him.
Yeah.
Trying to get, but it's just like at the end of the day, no reason to trade Durant unless I'm going to get somebody valuable like Wheeler back.
Right, of course. And he started off that conversation by critiquing your moves. Come on.
No, he was just joking around because he had mentioned it, which was validated, definitely.
Yeah. Tommy Donovan in the comments says, "Shush."
Yes, Tommy. Yes,
Tommy. Josh. Kev, dude, come on, Brian. Where's your energy from yesterday?
Oh, no. I have energy. It's going to be at the stadium. And you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, we're not going through a good stretch right now, but it doesn't mean, Kev. I think the thing that you're losing sight of, once again, which Mets fans usually do, is there's a lot of season left. So I know you're excited now, but when you go 10-20 yourself over the next 30 games, then what are you going to be saying? Then how are you going to be feeling? And it's just like, again, nothing to respect.
You said that a month ago, I think.
It's still going to happen.
10-20?
Yeah. Easily.
That's what you said a month ago.
He said before the end of the season. I didn't give a specific date.
No. You said the next. I'm gonna look back. I'm pretty sure you said the next 30.
Nope.
Next 30. Next 30.
Nope.
Speaking of nope, Jimmy Buckta says, "Yo, I'm going to the Subway Series tonight too." He says, "Go Yankees, dude!"
At the stadium, brother.
Let's freaking go. I mean, Jimmy was tight on Sunday, to be honest. He's probably gonna be pretty tight now, to be honest.
Yeah, but but it shows. He's a big fan because he said, "Oh, I'm gonna just stop this, that." But then again, where is he? Right there. Because we all can't help it, and we all are earning for the days, as Tommy says.
As Tommy says, yearning for the days, dude.
The days of glory, the days of Joe Torre, okay?
Matthew Gabriel, speaking of the days of Joe Torre, says, Kev, dude, get back in that classroom, dude.
Right on,
Which
brother.
is great, hilarious. Matthew Ryan does finally show up here. Mets beat the Yankees. What the F? He says, this is a joke. I'm furious. Can't the Mets beat the Yankees, beat the lowly Mets, he says. He says, at Kev, you Mets fans are so cocky. I can't stand it. You suck. Why can't Yankees beat them? That's why I am tight, he says. And he's going off, dude. It's a joke. The Mets fans are talking about Yankees sucking when Mets suck all the time, dude. Damn, Mets fans so cocky, which I don't know about this one, dude. I think Matt Ryan is just tight, to be honest. Kev and him going back and forth. And then, of course, time comes. He says, Kev, the records would definitely say that the Yankees are better.
Very true.
And that's pretty much it. We're pretty much caught up there. Matthew Ryan, Kev going at it as usual, which, I mean, I don't know, dude. Yankee fans being cocky, I think, or Mets fans, labeling them as cocky, I think it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, obviously you're excited for the win. Huge win last night. I mean, it was, literally, a game down to the last strike. So, I mean, you get to be happy
but
about it.
I think it's not too much to be happy about, though, to be honest. Just because the Yankees are just going through it right now with the offense. I mean, the Mets scored 3 runs. We're on their heels for most of the game. And we're lucky to come away with it. I mean, you know what I mean? This is just like the last time we had the Subway Series. There's no parade.
Right.
No Mets wants to hear that.
Right.
But that's the truth. It's not, it doesn't like show anything in terms of like buying and going for it at the deadline. It means absolutely nothing in regards to that.
I mean, yeah, I guess not. Again, I mean, we spoke about it earlier this week. This series, the Brave series, I think is really important in terms of, what direction the Mets go to at the trade deadline. But I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, I mean, it's funny. Domac was texting me last night. The fluke, we got lucky, whatever. I mean, it's third game here. It's the third game.
Yeah, third game, but they're spaced out. It was a 2-game set before, and clearly, like, we haven't got out of this stretch of inconsistency. I wish that we had played, in the first couple months of the season, because I know we would have won all the games. But unfortunately, it's like I am just meant to be tortured throughout the stretch. And like I said, again, hate like the way that they're playing, and just hate the way that it's person that's making me become, honestly.
Matthew Ryan just texted me, who's, obviously his number at this point is saved in my phone. He says, stop being cocky. And then he follows this up with, this is Matthew Ryan.
Oh, man. But, yeah. I mean, I guess, we're looking forward to the night, get the vengeance tonight. And I really am counting on Christopher Mad Dog Russo, who also did re-up with SiriusXM for 3 more additional years. So I know he's excited about that. But answers from him, answers from Steve Torre. I can't wait to hear just if there's anything different that they could tell me. But hearing like Doggy make fun of Brian Cashman is actually going to be hilarious. Do
you think he's going to go in?
Yeah. You think they're going to tell him anything, Brian? You think he's listening to anything, Brian? He's going to say something like that.
That is so great, dude. He's going to have a wonderful take. It's going to be sick.
Yeah. So enough negativity just for a second, Tony. There's a lot of golf to talk about. We'll start on the PGA Tour. It is the 3M Open, the penultimate tournament of the PGA Tour regular season. I know you loved my usage of that word and you expected me to botch it, but I didn't. I probably myself expected that.
Yeah.
I swear it has to do with like excessive saliva. I don't know why that always happens to me, but it just always been a thing. I think that's why I stutter over things sometimes.
Is it the coffee in the morning? Maybe
could be and water. I'm having a lot of coffee, water. I'm just drinking
fluids,
all day,
dude. Yeah.
Literally. No, not like that. Anywho, the 3M Open from the Twin Cities here. It's in Blaine, Minnesota, TPC Twin Cities. There used to be the 3M Championship, which was actually on the PGA Tour Champions, which we'll get to. But since 2019, it's been held here. So a very brief history. And is it just me, Tony? Has the last year just completely flown by? Because when we just Lee Hodges won the 3M. Oh my God! Like,
literally, dude.
We're not just saying that.
I mean, I feel like, yeah. I mean, even like the whole Masters, the whole year, everything. I feel we were just prepping for the Masters.
Yes,
now the season's
exactly.
over.
And we're already talking about
next year
for 25. But Matthew Wolff won the first year of this tournament. 21 under par. Michael Thompson at 19 under par in 2020. Cam Champ at 21 at 15 under. Tony Finau at 17 under. And then a tournament record 260, 24 under. Lee Hodges. Does he have a pulse this year on the tour? We haven't mentioned his name on the leaderboard once, Tony.
Literally not once, dude. Has he even been within, like, has he been getting cut? I don't even know, dude.
I'm actually going to look it up right now. And you know what was great, Tony? Because I'm obsessed with this. I could look at golfers and their performances, stats for hours and hours. Somebody had this like chain of, and he missed the cut at the Masters. It was 12th at the PGA, and then I guess didn't play the Open or the US Open. I don't know about his PGA. It looks like
PGA 12th.
So the 12th at the Charles Schwab was his last like respectable performance there.
Yeah, pretty much.
May. But it had a 12th at the Arnold Palmer. So a lot of cuts, a lot of high finishes, a couple good ones, but it hasn't been the season he hoped for after hoisting the trophy on the 18th green at TBC Twin Cities. What I was saying before we get to Matthew's comments,
stats.
Somebody had a chain. They're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna show you because I don't know if you've done this or not, but you know how I'm huge at Wikipedia, even though yes, there's a lot of information, everybody can edit it, we get all of that. But they do a very good job of updating any golfer that has played like a little bit on the PGA Tour, their career in majors. So have you seen that? How they show like the 4 majors and they show their finishes, and it's like green if they win, it's yellow if they're like a runner-up.
I haven't seen it for golfers, no.
So they have this for everybody. So someone had a whole chain like, oh, look at this guy's grid, look at that guy's grid, and you show like Tiger all the first and second through all these years, and how that guy Todd Hamilton won in 2004, and then his highest finish other than that was like 20th, and he missed a cut like 30 tournaments. Jesus. Like these crazy grids. So it was awesome. It was right up my alley. Could have kept going. Ben Hogan, Arnold Palmer, Tony, were even in there. It's going way back. The history of golf, Tony. The only savior. But we do have Matthew here, and he says, game at a time, lot of season left. Let's go tonight. Very true. Barnes is at 230 yet. Bud, Mr. Mario, obviously earning for Mario's. And he says, must win tonight. They haven't won any games I've been at this year. Never in my life has this happened. Am I the mush?
Oh, wow.
LOL. So at least having a little chuckle there. So that's we've seen historically here at the 3M, very player friendly, lots of strokes under par. And of course, being that this is following major championship, you don't have all the top golfers here. Nobody in the top 10, actually. But who do we have? We have Sahith Theegala, Tony Finau, Keegan Bradley, Aske Bhatia, Sam Burns, Billy Horschel, Nick Dunlap, Cam Davis, Adam Hadwin, JT Poston, Tom Hoagie, Taylor Pendrith, Austin Eckthroth, Mackenzie Hughes, Emiliano Grillo, Kirk Kitayama, Taylor Moore, Adam Schenk, Eric Van Rooyen. And if you want somebody further down, let's just see if we have any of Tony's favorite grizzled vets. Probably actually not as many given the major over on the PGA Tour Champions. Brant Snedeker, Kevin Kisner, Bill Haas. So just a couple names there for you to think about. Charlie Hoffman as well. So kind of an interesting spot here. But there are, even though there's a lot of no names, there are a few golfers that are pretty good playing here, like a Theegala, like a Bhatia, or Bhatia. I was just about to say that. I'm so proud to say it right, and I say it wrong.
You just said it right too before.
I know.
You nailed it in the first time.
Bhatia. But you know what I'm saying. There is a lot of guys, also guys that have been playing well, like Billy Horschel, like Nick Dunlap. So what do you think here?
I mean, it's so tough, dude, with the field and everything. But I mean, I'm sure you saw me looking him up. Ashke Bahatia. I mean, I think this is gonna be his time to shine. And I know, I mean, again, like the field we mentioned, no one in the top 10 on the world golf rankings here, but still, nonetheless, I mean, we know what Tony Finau can do. Keegan Bradley, it's gonna be still be competitive, even. Sahith Theegala, perhaps even. I mean, even though he's the top golfer here ranked, I don't think he's got a good shot. But I'm going to say I'm going to go with Ashke. I think it's just his time to shine. You know, cut at the PGA Open here last weekend, I should say, which is obviously super tough. But before that, Rocket Mortgage, I think, tied second and then tied fifth. Before that, the Travelers. Only win this year came from Valero, but still has been in the running. I think has worked on a lot of things, including his putting, including his, his shots approaching the green as well. So I just think this is going to be an excellent kind of time for him to get another win under his belt, at the 3M. So yeah, give me Ashke, the young buck from LA.
Love it. Wait, has he won this year? Oh yeah, he won that tournament right before the Masters. What tournament was that?
Valero, no?
Oh, the Valero because I remember the Masters tweeting out, the field is set. Yeah. We'll see you again at Augusta, Ashke. Yeah. Do you remember that tweet, though? Honestly?
I do remember that tweet, yes.
Let's go.
I really do.
Let's go. That was his only win, though, obviously.
That was his only win this year, yeah. And I'm looking for a dark horse, an underdog here. And we talked about Lee Hodges. But I mean, Austin Eckroat I kind of like, too. But I think I'm going to go, Kurt Kitayama. No. Give me Lee Hodges. Let's do it. We're just talking about him. Why not? Like I think if at any point this season he would be able to win something, I think it'd be this tournament, right?
You would think, right? I mean, just given the history, the muscle memory, Tony. See, that is your sleeper, Lee Hodges.
I think that's my sleeper. Yeah.
Wow, defending champ as your sleeper.
How often if anyone's gone back to back at the 3M Open?
No, because remember I just read everybody off. There's no repetition, right?
First guy, Lee Hodges. Let's go.
2019. But I'm gonna go with Finau as my winner. Hasn't won. It feels like recently, or has he won this year?
I don't think so, dude. Let me double check here. But if I feel like we would be on top of that if he did. Career wins. Nope, none. Big fat 0 for Tony Finau. So I mean, I kind of like it. I feel like he's due, as you would say. Another guy too. I mean, just like Ashke, U.S. Open, tied 3rd, tied 5th Travelers, Open Championship, cut.
18th at the PGA, 55th at the Masters, cut at the Open. Yeah, no, I mean he is due. He's
kind of had a solid
he has,
year, to be honest.
And we always forget, how young he really is. As my sleeper, somebody that we haven't heard from a while, and if you could pull up his player page, I'm just curious because I remember obviously he had a great finish in Phoenix. Charlie Hoffman, that's gonna be my sleeper. Was able to get into the Genesis Invitational after that top 5 finish. So go to results.
Oh, I thought I was in there. I was like, wait, did he not? Barracuda tied 8.
Okay, 8th at the Barracuda, 11th at the Zurich, 4th at the Corrales, 50th at the Genesis. And he didn't play any majors, right?
No.
PGA.
PGA.
519 after the Zurich.
Oh, cut. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cut.
But the Barracuda, Tony, maybe some momentum here. Crazier things have happened.
Right.
If I had to go a second sleeper though, just because I saw him there and I know he's like jockeying for position, wants to make the FedEx Cup playoffs, probably won't unless he wins. Joel Damon. That's an interesting.
Joel Damon.
Go to his player card.
Let's see Joel Damon with the hat, dude. 36-year-old from Washington, went to University of Washington. Let's see. Whew. All right. Oh, just working off of back-to-back cuts right now. Rocket Mortgage, she was tied for 25th. The Canadian Open tied for 10th, and that seems to be his only top 10 finish. Players Championship tied for 11th, just outside the top 10. Let's see what else he got.
Canadian Open 10th.
Tied for 10th. But that was his only top 10 finish. Obviously, we don't see majors.
So he didn't play any majors.
No majors here. Yeah, right. None at all.
Boy, you think he's back to the bottle? That's why.
Was he on the bottle?
I think so.
Really, dude? I mean, must be, I guess.
Yeah. I think Riley maybe alluded to that as well.
Really?
113th in the FedEx Cup. So what is it? The top 70 make the playoffs?
I think so, yeah.
Just look that up. I just say, how many people make the FedEx Cup playoffs?
Top 70.
Top 70. Okay.
The standings.
It's crazy. There used to be 125. I mean, that's
really?
55 guys that they cut ever since they redid the playoffs. And
when did they do that?
A couple years ago. Yeah.
You think it's better?
Well, I mean, you get the better guys,
more
but
competitive.
I mean, everybody likes a good underdog story.
Yeah, that's true.
To see Damon in the playoffs, maybe win the BMW in Castle Rock, Colorado. I mean, that would be something, right?
That would be very cool to see him out there, dude.
And you know who else will be out there is Reed Fowler. When I did play golf with him, he was saying that his next event would be the playoffs. So he's had a long time off. I'm guessing he's doing like the ESPN bet stuff. And I haven't seen him on TV, but yeah. I know he worked like he does stuff for them all the time.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Maybe I'll see him back at Gaynor Brennan.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, just to kind of see what's good. So yeah, 3M Open, and I believe it's going to be televised by Mr. Nance.
I would think so,
I
right?
think I saw Thursday. Though I could be mistaken. Yeah, just go to that. Click on, can you click on that or you can't? It's all, you know what, it's just one of those things where I feel like it's always easier just to look at, just Google it.
Yeah. CB, where's the 3M Open? What the hell, dude? Live coverage. Oh, this is PGA Tour. Announced.
Just give me 1 second.
Opening 2 TV coverage viewers guide. Let's go golf digest, dude. Here we go. I used to know a guy who wrote for Golfers Digest, to be honest, dude. Billy Horschel, Billy Ho, Billy Woe. TV schedule, Golf Channel carry it live coverage Thursday and Friday, 3:30 to 6:30. On Saturday, Golf Channel will start coverage from 1 to 3. CBS taking over. Jim Nance 2024 3M Open coverage. Oh my God, dude, they're so fucking annoying. CBS has them, so I guess that would have to be Nance, dude. I guess so, right? Jim Nance is calling the action aside lead analyst Trevor Immelman. Also at Valhalla for CBS Sports are Ian Baker Finch. Looks like Jim Nance is calling the action, it says. Oh, wait, no, that's not the right article. That's great, dude. But CBS, it's got to be Jim Nance, right? I mean, I don't know who else they would have.
Yeah, I mean, really, because I think the FedEx Cup playoffs is all NBC, so he's kind of winding down in terms of, like, you know, being on the calls, but obviously football season around the corner as well. Okay, so did you already establish we have Golf Channel 3:30, 6:30 Thursday,
Absolutely.
Friday 1 to 3, Saturday, Sunday, CBS 3 to 6. Jimmy,
Jim Nance, just like that, dude.
Just like that, we're on to our next golf topic, which is Tony's favorite. I know he's done a ton of research here, and I have to say, I was around to see it on your tabs up there. The Senior Open Championship coming to you from Carnoustie Golf Links. So this is the last major of the Senior Tour season. You know, looking at this event, last year it was played at Royal Porthcawl. And you had Alex Sajeka. Remember I said it was Sajeka? I think it's Sajeka. Anyway, Tony, by the way, Bland not in the field. I saw you looking up that article because of the live stuff, which I don't get because John Rahm plays in the Open. Why can't he?
Doesn't make any sense.
Anyway,
same rules, right? Even though it's a senior,
it should be. Yeah. I think it was. He has fines though to the DP World Tour he didn't pay, something like that, or the Senior Tour, dude. Whatever. But yeah, last year there were tough conditions, so Sajeka actually won at +5 in a playoff over Patrick Harrington,
dude. Yep.
And coincidentally enough, the year before, Darren Clark becoming, I believe it was the 5th golfer to win both the Open Championship and the Senior Open Championship. Won at 10 under par, one stroke ahead of Patrick Harrington. That was at Glen Eagles. Stephen Dodd won at 13 under, 1 stroke clear of Miguel Angel Jimenez at Sunningdale. No tournament in 2020. Bernhard Langer, who's in the field this week, won at 6 under at Royal Lytham in St. Anne's. That was a 2-shot victory over Paul Broadhurst. Miguel Angel Jimenez at 12 under won 1 stroke over Bernard Langer at St. Andrews in 2018. Langer won again in 2017 at Royal Porthcawl, 3 shots clear of Corey Pavin. And then the last time this tournament was hosted at Carnoustie, Paul Broadhurst was victorious, 2 shots clear of Scotty Mack. Both of them are in the field this week. So if you look at these scores, I mean, most of the time, they're able to get, near 10 under par in these tournaments. Last year just had terrible weather. Not sure what the weather holds, over there this week. Obviously, we saw the inconsistencies last week. And when we're talking about, betting favorites, this site, this is showing me the top 4, but actually might show me everything. But who else but Patrick Harrington, a 7-2 favorite. Is it just me, or why is it not 3.5 to 1? Could you explain that to me?
Right,
like, go 7 to 2.
I don't know. That's kind of weird.
Why?
I've never seen anyone do that.
Sounds better.
I guess when 14 to 3. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, really, really crazy.
Kind of weird. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, so he's the favorite, and then you got Stephen Alker, is 8 to 1. Bernard Langer, now he is old and he is coming off the pickleball injury. Tony,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why he missed some time and wasn't able to do his last Masters appearance. So I'm guessing come April that will be his final Masters.
Holy cow, dude!
But the 2-time champ there. 16 to 1. I think it's worth a stab. Like I said, I know he's not fully healthy and his performance has been spotty since coming back. But the grizzled vet, Tony, honestly, and all kidding aside, I think modern day, one of the best golfers we've ever seen start to finish in terms of a career on the PGA Tour. And then he's like the all-time leader on the Champions Tour. So, I mean, that's a body of work.
That's cool.
He's in his mid-60s, still grinding.
That's crazy. Mid-60s.
So I think because he was able to use a cart, I'm pretty sure he played like the first major of the season, maybe 2 to 3 months after tearing his Achilles in his mid-60s. I mean, talk about dedication from Germany, the work ethic. They don't make him like that anymore.
No, definitely not. That's kind of crazy. Puts Aaron Rodgers to shame.
It really does. It really does. And then KJ Choi also 18 to 1 here. So I know this is a little different, Tony, because we don't usually talk too much Champions Tour, even given my efforts to do so. I'm guessing for some reason, when we growing up and we used to play poker, we always used to call King Jack KJ Choi.
That is so funny, dude. That guy has got nerves of steel.
Yeah. But anyhow, so like I said, I know this is difficult. John Daly is in the field as well as Ernie Els. Els, I would love to see what his odds are.
He tied for 3rd last year, I think.
He
2 years ago. I think it was last year.
The pyramid, the grid, they show you. We could get an updated situation there. So let's see. So he did last year was it says he didn't play, but he was 3rd in 22.
Oh, then he was 3rd in 22.
Yeah.
Is he definitely in the field now?
ELS. Huh?
Oh.
I have to look this up more. What do you really have? Is Daly?
Let me double check. Where am I? There we go. John Daly is. Let's see here. Ernie Els, Senior Open.
He must have dropped out.
I mean, right? If he's not
that
in
back
there.
Injury.
Did Ernie Els cited a back injury, announcing that Els had pulled out of the event?
But
this was 5 days ago while Daly nodding to a knee problem.
Open.
Oh, that was the Open.
Yeah.
Els was making his 29th Open start of his career.
I guess he's not in there, though.
Right? I mean...
But he would, he would be on that list. Wow.
He would be on that list.
That's disappointing. But Daly in, Els out.
That's kind of crazy.
So that might change things.
What was the back injury? Do you know?
No, I just saw it quickly.
That's crazy.
It's crazy that they don't even have an article saying.
Like, I know. What the hell, dude? Like, they must have announced something.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are you thinking here?
I mean, it's tough. I hate to go with like an obvious choice or like a top, ranked guy, I guess, but I'm gonna go with Harrington.
Yeah,
Patrick Harrington. I mean, what was it? The Dick's Sporting Goods Open that he's won for 3 years now. He won it this year again. I think first time a golfer has done that at a tournament since like 2014 or something, in like 10 years. So obviously, the guy can consistently win here. He has 2 wins this year as well as 3 top 10 finishes. And we know his history at this tournament. It's hard to argue against him.
And he won here as the regular Open.
I think
in 07 or 08.
So let's go, baby. I say Harrington wins. I want to say like maybe 13 under.
13 under.
Yeah. So a good score, dude. A great score.
And you look at his history here. On the senior tour. So last 2 years he's been runner up here. And he was 8th this year at the Tradition, tied 17th at the Senior PGA, tied 16th at the Senior US Open. And then, like I mentioned, the runner ups hasn't won a major since 22. This is his last chance to do it this year. I hate to copy you, Tony, but I've been talking Harrington.
I know forever
for a while, so I will go with him. And I know this is difficult. Sleeper.
I mean, I guess Daly, if you really want a sleeper. I mean, it's just like kind of wasting Thomas Bjorn.
Bjornsson?
Thomas Bjorn.
Thorn Bjornsson?
Thorn Bjornsson. I'll take a shot in the dark here. Let me bring up his player profile here. 53 years old from Denmark, dude. Whoa. 3 top 10 finishes this year. Let's freaking go. Whoa. So why not? Give me actually seriously here. Give me Thomas Bjorn. This is, let's see, tied 3rd at the Celebrity Classic. Interesting. Cut at the KitchenAid Senior PGA Classic, but American Family Insurance tied 4th. 2nd at the Trophy Hassan. And let's freaking go, dude. Give me Thomas Bjorn. Why not, dude? What do you got for a sleeper?
Interesting. So this is, you're not going to see this one coming. I'm not sure if you've heard of this guy. You may have, just because of his off the course misgressions or whatever. And I believe it was actually earlier this year. He was released from prison in Argentina. The 2-time major champion, won the Masters, I think, in 07. I could be wrong on the year there. Angel Cabrera, Tony, was just recently able to come back to the States. I believe he will be teeing it up at Augusta in April. Dude, he doesn't look like he hasn't slept for 8 years and just got out of prison, right? But in the 3 tournaments he's played since his release, tied for 27th, tied for 22nd, and then at the Senior PGA earlier this month was tied for 17th. So give me Angel Cabrera to be a major champion once again, his first on the senior circuit, Tony. And I know that you did not see that one coming at all.
No, definitely not, dude. Do you know what he was in prison for? Yeah. By the way, 09, he won the Masters.
Okay, it was 09.
Yeah.
And actually, let me just mark this down. But I think it was some thing with a former partner, some domestic
like murder. Oh, okay.
Murder.
2 years.
Ugi Urbina.
He was imprisoned for 2 years for assaulting, threatening, and harassing Cecilia Torres Mana, his partner, for 2 years. Her case was joined by that of another former partner. Oh, it seemed this was a ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Michaela Escudero.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's terrible, dude. What did it say? He only served 30 days, I think. Oh no, 30 months. Oh my God, dude.
And my bad, I was looking for a sleeper for him actually when you said it. But who did you say your sleeper was? Bjorn?
Thomas Bjorn.
How do you spell the last name?
Bjorn.
Okay, Thomas Bjorn. Yeah. So, and then the last thing that we had to do, Tony. By the way, Matthew getting riled for the
Senior Open.
The Senior Open. And then Michael saying legends. Nobody better. I do not care. Somebody at me. We go all day on how these two are the best in the sports broadcast business. And that is the best himself, baby. Michael C. Theophil, Tony. And another 50 plus for Tony. And I believe this is all on Golf Channel. But I'm going to pull this up now. Okay. So no, I actually, what? Oh, okay.
What's going on over there?
No, because it came up. I don't know why it comes up with the U.S. Open Championship.
The U.S. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like the senior tour here, the Champions Tour doesn't get exactly the most limelight here.
Yeah, I mean, it's the minor leagues, except it's a bunch of old guys.
But I mean, it's kind of cool that like you're mentioning these guys won like the Masters, like they've won majors like obviously a while ago, but still like that guy like fucking Angel Cabrera donned the green jacket and then went to prison.
Yeah, I mean,
it's great, dude.
Talk about a story. Right?
I know. And then he's still pitching. He's pitching, still golfing, turn around, golfing. Like, let's go, dude. That's sick. He could be, honestly, might be a great shape. I wonder what the odds on him are, dude.
Look it up.
Up. Look up. Angel Cabrera, betting odds. Prison. Patrick Harrington. It's Miguel. Oh no, it's Jimenez. Angel Jimenez. Angel Cabrera.
He's probably so far down.
I know. Just want. Oh, come on. They have odds on him. Scott Dunlap, huh?
Yeah. I don't know if there's any relation.
I don't even see him on here, dude. That's crazy. Oh, wait, and Angel Cabrera plus 2,800.
There we go.
I'm going to look up Scott Dunlap, though. Let's see the story on him.
So while you're doing that, so it looks like Thursday, Friday, 7:30 to 1 on Golf Channel. Saturday, Sunday, 7:30 to 1. So all 4 days, same thing. So tune in, Golf Channel. The Grizzled Vets.
The Grizzled Vets.
Who will reign supreme at Carnoustie. Another Grizzled Vet. And also, so
Nick Dunlap, unrelated.
Also, the winner of this tournament gets automatic entry into next year's Open Championship.
No kidding.
At Royal Portrush. But
that's
obviously
cool.
Somebody like a Patrick Harrington, being that he has already won, is already eligible. So it would take someone else other than the golfers who have already won the regular Open to begin with to actually gain an entry because they already have one.
So if Harrington wins, then no one gains. Like not even they don't even say, "Oh, runner up."
No. It's just about the winner.
There you go.
I mean, I think it's a good thing. And like I said, I just think Harrington not winning a major this year, not winning a major last year, runner up in this tournament last 2 years. How does he not win this tournament?
Honestly, how does he not win this tournament?
Making the cut at the Open, finishing almost top 20. I mean,
it's great.
He's trending.
Yeah. Maybe, he can help his fellow Irishman and Rory McIlroy. And maybe,
you would think they've had a couple conversations.
You would think so, too.
We'll see. But that being said, let's go to the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Stop it, Skip! And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game! Out of sight!
And it works at 100 miles an hour, 14 strikeout.
Drilled deep to left field. There it goes! See ya!
All right. So, we already mentioned it earlier. The Mets taking game 1 of this 2-game set at Yankee Stadium 3-2. And you had Quintana getting the win there, the typical Quintana 5.
Oh my gosh.
Only allowing 3 hits. The Yankees continuing to struggle against left-handed starters. 5 walks, but only 1 earned run allowed. So needless to say, showing a terrible job once again, bringing runners in scoring position. The difference in this game, the loss, Michael Tonkin, due to the 2-run homer, he surrendered to Jeff McNeil in the 6th. Jake Diekman, despite looking shaky, was able to nail down his 4th save. The offensive highlights, Glaber homering in the 2nd. Unfortunately, the Yankees' only lead of the game, which only lasted till the 5th, a couple bloop singles, and then Francisco Lindor driving in McNeil by getting hit by a pitch. Yankees in and out of trouble, but weren't able to stay out of trouble in the 6th with that McNeil homer. And then Verdugo, a double in the 6th, made it 3-2. But again, the Yankees leaving runners in scoring position. They pinch hit more than I've ever seen them pinch hit in a game this year. You had, 3 pinch hitters?
Almost the whole bench.
Almost the whole bench. Pinch hitting for Narvaez in the 6th inning was so definitely weird. Surprising, but obviously he looked lost to the plate 0 for 2. And then, they pinch hit for Jones and J.D. Davis, who combined to go 0 for 6 with 4 strikeouts. Who could have told you that? I don't know. So, we find ourselves here. They had opportunities. They didn't capitalize. And it's not the whole thing that guys like Jones and Davis and Grisham, all shouldn't be on the roster. Not to mention DJ LeMahieu and his 183 average.
Oh my God, dude.
He's so bad. Some of the other guys, unfortunately, like Soto and even Aaron Judge, who was walked 4 times, striking out looking against Diekman in the 9th there. That was tough. Soto striking out, swinging in the 8th. Those guys did have opportunities to propel the Yankees, but I think that's why, we've been talking about in nauseum that other guys got to step up. I mean, Verdugo, he gets the double. Does that get him going? Glaber, the homer, does that get him going? Volpe's been on fire. He did have 2 hits yesterday. But I just think we're all of us Yankee fans, we're all exhausted of the notion this guy showing signs, this guy's going to do it soon. They're going to heat up soon. But we're tired of waiting for it. It's almost, it feels like the wait for them to heat back up is the same weight with Rory McIlroy and winning another major championship. Tony, it just feels, not that that's the case, but it feels like it's just not going to happen ever again.
I mean, yeah, the never again thing obviously
is not true, but I'm saying that's the feeling.
Right.
Doesn't mean that's true.
And honestly, dude, I don't mean to twist this knife any deeper or anything, but I really can't believe that the Yankees lost that game last night. Just because of, Jesus, dude, Diekman in the 9th, he's probably never going to throw that pitch like he did to Judge ever again for that called strike.
Too, the thing that I get it. He didn't look like he had control, but the first pitch of that bat was right
down the middle, dude.
We can talk about, he looked what, but you're so good at hitting fastballs. Why not just be ready for one?
How do you not?
I think that's the problem too, and I think it is an organizational philosophy and maybe a league-wide one as well. But the guessing, stop with the guessing and just do what you could do best. And we know Aaron Judge can crush fastballs right down the middle. Why do you have to have it set in your mind? What's going to happen? Why can't you react? That is just something I'll never understand.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And, the Mets didn't even play a great game. I've never seen pitchers pitch so timidly around batters before. And again, we're talking about the entire game. It's not like these guys, it's not like, Quintana and Diekman and even, Nunez or Matan, whatever,
or Young.
These guys weren't necessarily missing their locations.
Yep.
They were trying to pitch outside. They were trying to pitch outside the strike zone. They're trying to pitch, to get these Yankee batters to chase, dude. And honestly, it was so nerve-wracking for me because I feel like any and every pitch from all those pitchers were hittable, dude.
And how about on top of this? And believe me, it's not an excuse. They should have just executed. But that ump was horrible with the calls.
There was a lot of calls that were like.
And the sad part is, so that hurts you. But at the same time, you still should have won. And that's what just sucks. And the fact that you were 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position, 11 men left on base. And even though, like, Luke Weaver, he's in trouble in that 8th inning, gets all pumped up, those consecutive change-ups to get out of that inning with the bases loaded.
Yeah.
And then you just...
he was pumped up.
And then you just can't do anything. And it's just and you waste a good performance by Heel. I know his pitch count was up. And I know they're trying to limit his innings. And obviously Tonkin's been great, but he makes that mistake to McNeil. What was your thoughts on the early pull there? 91 pitches in. I mean, I know hindsight 2020, but
no, I think that's I would have put him in for the 6th. I definitely would have. And they gave him extra days off, right? Because of this. I understand he's coming off of a big injury and everything like that. But regardless, like, he had a big break. You need him in here. He was pitching really well, to be honest. Like, those fastballs, I mean, there was a lot of swing and misses.
His slider looks
great. Was great. I mean, you were looking at quite a few instances where the Mets had bases juiced with 1 out, 2 out. You're getting out of it. I mean, like, the Mets were 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position, just as bad as the Yankees were. Like, Heel, I thought, pitched very well. So I probably would have kept him in there. I think that's another, allusion to what you were saying too, like a systemic or organizational philosophy where they were in their heads just like, hey, at 90 pitches or at 5 innings, like, we're plucking him no matter what. I think that's a bad managerial move there. Or if it is, from Cashman, from over Boone's head, because like I was saying, dude, I mean, I don't know. The Yankees should have honestly
won the game.
I mean, I'm sorry, but like, even, Ottavino came in, couldn't even get through the fucking inning, does give up an earned run. That was Verdugo's double, right? I mean, oh, God, dude. And even young Nunez. I mean, Nunez has been pitching well. He got into a little bit of a jam, but still young, like, didn't give up a hit. And Diekman in 9th. I mean, these pitchers are not good. I've been preaching all year, tired of seeing Diekman coming out there in the 9th. I mean, yes, he did pitch maybe a little bit above his means. But I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, you're saying you get the Volpe 2 for 4, you get the hit from Torres, the home run. I mean, I don't know. Judge definitely could have done better in the 9th. Obviously, not much he could do drawing those. What we say, he was walked 4 times. 4 times. That was just them pitching around Judge. I guess Soto could have done a little bit better. It looked like he was really struggling with that hand.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is,
but he just couldn't really grip the bat.
I know, but I think that maybe that's what it was. Because, I mean, in the 9th inning, when he walked, even some of those pitches, I mean, he was letting go of his bat. Like, I don't think he could grip the bat very well. Even though, like you said, he was hitting home runs. He had a couple good throws even, too, from the outfield yesterday. I don't know. I think he's definitely struggling with something, but I mean, I don't know. If I'm the Yankees tonight, you got to figure it out. You got Garrett Cole on the mound.
You got to hit.
I mean,
at least it should be that Jones and Davis won't be in the lineup. At least that's a good thing. And Wells should be starting.
Right. Wells should definitely be starting. In terms of Garrett Cole, I mean, do you think Boone is coming in there with a similar mindset for Heel, where he's still limiting, or it's full on like?
Because it's crisis mode.
Garrett
Cole should be able to pitch this whole game if he needs to.
Should be.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, with the way even the bats look for the Mets, I mean, nothing was good. You're relying on McNeil. Yes, 4 home runs in 5 games. He's on fire right now. He's been playing for a week, though, since he's been not even. I think he's been back, All-Star game, 5 games.
Yeah.
Since he's been off for 2 months, Yes, it's great to see that. Lindor, after the game, says he's been happier. Obviously, hitting the dinger is great. 9th of the year. As I mentioned, 4 and 5 games. But I mean, still, Lindor had a big RBI. I think got his 24th double of the year. But, big guys, Nimmo, Martinez, quiet, as I mentioned, the bases juice scenarios. I mean, the Mets, I think, had the bases loaded, 3 times. And the Yankees were able to get out of it. I mean, their situational hitting last night was not great. I guess maybe you can praise them for the way they pitched around Soto and Judge, but I mean, I don't know, man. I'm still worried for tonight's game. I guess, you're a little bit happy because you'd imagine that if Torrens, you get Alvarez back in the lineup, which is kind of sweet.
You should have your guy, Iglesias starting, right?
I don't know, man. I mean, I guess
McNeil's heating up, but can you play him elsewhere? Third DH.
I mean, I guess you put him in
the outfield.
I guess you could. I mean, maybe give JD a break, put Vientos at DH, or even just
JD in right, and then put Taylor on the bench. But Taylor sucks. He really does. He's hitting 223.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, last night not good, 1 for 4, 3 Ks, but that one hit I think was right. I think it was a single, but then Lindor gets plunked or something after that because I think Bader struck out, and then Lindor gets plunked.
But I mean, I think it's without question your best lineup is Iglesias at third, Vientos at DH, and Bader in right field.
Yeah, no, I think so too. Bader in right, yeah.
Not in right, but I meant JD in right, Bader in center, and then Nimmo in left.
Yeah, no, I definitely I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And it should be interesting to see too how Manaea does. Again, another situation where you're just don't have all the confidence in the world.
It's left-handed though. The Yankees are going to score 1 run over 5 or 6 innings. I mean, that's been the textbook. Hopefully, it's different. Maybe they're due to do something different for once, Tony, and maybe actually drive in runs. And like I said, I mean, I would expect not having Jones and Davis in the lineup will help. They better not. And Kev was saying the Mets are a whole is a waste of time.
It says the Yanks.
No,
Brian.
it says the Mets.
It says the
you
Yanks.
Don't have your glasses on today.
I don't think so. I don't wear glasses typically.
Oh, it's so funny though. The Mets are. Oh my god, they're gonna win. Like I don't even know if they're gonna win 80 games this year.
Honestly. Whoa! No, we'll pump the brakes here.
Pump what brakes, Tony?
How many games are left? I'm terrible.
No, the Mets they said have 82 games left.
They have 82 games left right now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's 100. Yeah,
60,
62 and 48.
No, 62.
Or 62.
Games, yeah.
And they're at so it's 62 games. They need to win.
They'd have to win
30.
28 to win 80 games.
So they can go under 500 for the rest of the year, like 4 games under.
And 32.
Yeah.
And I think that's being generous, honestly. I really do.
I don't think so, dude.
I really do.
I mean, again, I'm obviously been complaining about the Mets the whole first half of the year. I mean, for me right now, you can't really knock how good they've been playing.
This wasn't a good game, though. It was lucky.
It's not a good game.
Yeah.
You could say
what
it's
are you
luck.
going to be excited about, though? Really, though. Honestly. You were playing with fire. Though. You were.
We were coming into this game. We were when we started the first Subway Series against the Yankees still. And I'm just saying, it's 3-0 right now.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
I don't. I mean, it matters a little bit, Brian.
Not
I mean, I'm
really,
not. I hate. I
heard it. What are we going to play in the World Series? It doesn't.
I mean, in theory, these two teams can meet in the World Series.
It's not happening.
It's probably not going to happen. No. In all honesty, what I really think, I don't think either of these teams are in the World Series.
Well, I mean, the Yankees just have a shot if they do the right thing. If Brian Cashman for once could do the right thing, if they can hit against the left-hander one time, if they could drive runs in one time,
give it to me one time.
Yeah, come on.
Do you think if the Yankees lose tonight, is there any movement? Is Boone is there firings? Because I mean, dude, this is the split with Tampa, and then now if you do get swept by the Mets,
I just don't think they're not gonna let it happen. Literally, they're not.
But
they're not, and literally all of this stuff might have to get insured before tomorrow's show. Honestly, okay,
all of this stuff, my life.
I can't do it. There's just no way. There's just absolutely no way that it could get any worse from here. So, money where their mouth is. Manaea hammered. Okay, so let's fucking go, Tony. All right, sick of it. But yeah, let's do it. Let's do a full-on baseball frenzy. You are first.
All right, let's go. We know the deal. Same deal as yesterday. Subway Series, 7 o'clock. Okay, it's ESPN. It's Yankees. It's Mets. It's Yankee Stadium here. Mets still underdogs, plus 140. Sean Manaea on the bump against Garrett Cole. We know about the pitching matchup. In terms for me, we're going to Sean Manaea, 3.73 ERA, 6.4 in the year. Last time he pitched against the Yankees, obviously against Subway Series here, 5 innings, only 2 hits, 5 walks, but no earned runs. A very similar line, honestly, to Quintana. Quintana from last night. But other than that, Manaea, last 2 starts, I guess Miami wasn't good. Colorado 7, innings, 3 earned runs, getting some length, 9 Ks. I think there's most of the year. So having some success as of recently, you would expect maybe a little bit something like that. I would still expect the same strategy, pitching around Judge, Soto, trying to paint those corners inside and out as the Mets look to the sweep. We mentioned the lineup, your best lineup out there, Francisco Alvarez. He's been someone who has been doing well against the Mets. And I think he's going to have a dinger tonight, a good 2 for 4 night, maybe 3 ribbies, a 2-run homer, a 2 RBI double, something like that. Bader's someone, too, who's been really good against the Yankees this year. Yesterday, not so much. I want a bounce-back game from him. He's had some great plays in the outfield. Yesterday, I think in the 4th, or maybe the 6th, I think it was. So many hard hit balls by the Yankees yesterday. Bader, though, was on top of them all, making some great plays. Give me some offense from him. Have we seen maybe a 3 for 4 night or something like that with a few ribbies? No dingers, bro, but some nice bat on ball contact. I said the Mets. I'm going to go to the under here because I think this is, Cole's going to pitch well probably. Manaea, obviously, we both thought over. Yesterday, we were wrong. Give me the Mets. Nothing crazy here. I say they win this game. I'll say 4-2. Yankees bullpen kind of blows it a little bit.
So that would make somewhat sense, but the problem is they're not going to be pitching because Garrett Cole is going to pitch a complete game shutout. 5-0 Yankees, breathing a sigh of relief here. Cole, the complete game, the 15 strikeouts. And then I'm going to say you're going to get a 4th inning Judge grand slam. Stadium will be going nuts. And then why not give Gleyber Torres another home run in the 8th to make it 5-0. Yankees 5, Mets 0. Mets winning 30% of the remaining games. Tony for number 2.
All right, let's go, dude. Second game here. Bringing some of the energy. Looking around, the MLB. Got a lot of games today. Early games, noon 20 is the first one. I don't think I'm going to touch that. Reds, Braves, not too sure there. I do like the Phillies Twins here. Aaron Nola on the bump. I think I may just take this one. Let's go back to Target Field. I went there yesterday. I'm pretty sure I did. As the Phillies won 3-0. Aaron Nola again, great pitcher, 11-4, 3.54 ERA. Steven Okert. You got any 5 minutes on Steven Okert, dude?
Other than he's a pitcher for Minnesota,
no, dude, at all. So give me Aaron Nola, complete game shutout here. Phillies go on to win this game. Something similar like yesterday. I would say maybe 4-0. Alec Boehm, great game there. Kyle Schwarber maybe struck out a bunch, but probably a dinger from him. Phillies go on 4-0. Phillies and the under next game. Best game, second game. You got it, Brian. What do you got?
Robbie Ray making a season debut.
Good God.
For the Giants here. Giants have lost 7 out of 10. They're going up against the Dodgers and Tyler Glasnow. The Dodgers have won 5 in a row. Let's make it 6 in a row. And I think Ray will be good. I have him on a couple of my fantasy teams, so hoping that he pays a late season dividends, Tony. But I think first start back against a hot team with the struggling offense. I think the Giants are going to actually get shut out in this one. I'm going to say 6-0. So it's the Dodgers and it's the under.
Great pick right there with the Dodgers. Looking around the league here still. Chris Flexen, Nathan Eovaldi. I guess give me game 2 of that doubleheader for the Braves there. 6:05 p.m. Chris Sale, another great pitcher here, revitalizing, honestly, some of his career against the Reds tonight. I'm going to say another complete game shutout, probably our 3rd that we're going to see tonight if Brian's correct about Garrett Cole.
And it might be a 4th, just a little tease for that Arizona and Kansas City game. But go.
Sale 13-3, got to be the best record in the league for a pitcher right now. Give me the Braves. I say they win this game 2-0. So Braves in the under. A night of unders here, Brian. You right?
Yeah. Wait. Did you have the Phillies under?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure. This is a night of unders. We're gonna go the clean sweep. 6 for 6 with the unders.
Let's go.
4th complete game shutout. Michael Wacha. I told Josh B. Look it up, and I need you to look it up right now. Go to his game log. He's right there. You can click on him. Nice and easy at the bottom there. But yeah, he's been on fire. He had that one kerfuffle 2 starts ago. But if you look at that tracker, consistently 5 innings, 6 innings, 1 run, 2 runs, no runs. What a performance from Michael Wacha, who in the early stages of May had an ERA over 5. His ERA now is at 3.55, and it's continuing to go down. And he pitched 7 shutout innings against the White Sox last start. Another shutout performance from Wacha. The complete game, the 9 strikeouts. Bobby Witt Jr. with a 5th inning granny, so another grand slam tonight. It's going to be the Royals 5-0. Royals under 6 or 6 of the unders, just like that. That is your baseball frenzy.
I really hope we go 6 for 6 with the unders.
That'd be crazy.
That would be kind of crazy.
We're due for it. And actually, I just realized I do just need your assistance so we don't get behind here because this pick segment's almost ending. So we'll start with you. You had Mets over. That's 1-1. Mm-hmm. Dodgers over is probably
1-1. Yeah.
So that's 3-1, and then
that's 2-2.
It's 2-2.
Right, Dodgers in the over.
Right. 2-2. I don't know why I'd want to give you more games than you already have. Phillies in the under.
Phillies in the under.
Right,
I think
go down.
Hit.
I think it hit. Go down.
Oh, really? Yes. So that's 4-2.
So 70-48. So let me just mark that down for you. 70-48. Pretty good percentage there, huh?
Yeah, I like that a lot, actually.
All right. And then for me here, so Yankees in the over, that's 0-2. Mariners in the under?
Mariners and the under.
1-1. 1-1, so 1-3.
Mm-hmm.
Pirates in the under.
Skeens. Where's Skeens? 1-1.
So 2-4. 64 and 54. 64 and 54.
That's tough for Skeens getting served his first loss like that.
I know. 54. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see how that scenario plays out. Can they build a contender around him and not let him go too early like they did with Eric Cole?
Mean, dude, 8 1/3 he went. Oh wait, that was last night. That's right. 8 1/3 he went. 8 strikeouts. He
had to give up 2 runs. I mean, geez, what an asshole.
Right? What a dickhead.
It's like he has the Yankee offense.
Yeah, it's tough, dude.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, just hoping for a big win tonight. So excited to go to the stadium to Mario's.
What are you wearing tonight?
Always a treat. I don't know if anybody specifically is worthy of me wearing their jersey, so I think I might just go the blue with the no name on the back.
Oh, okay. I like that.
No name, no number.
That's that's the blue jersey you have,
yes,
right? Yeah,
yes.
I like that jersey a lot.
Good for Mario, so not to worry about sauce. So yeah, looking forward to that. And then it's an off day, and then it's Fenway Park for the weekend. A Sunday night baseball game on Sunday. So I mean, it's just the time is of the essence.
At Fenway?
Yeah. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough, and I think Rodon is pitching Sunday night.
Okay, well, that's good, I guess.
I don't know though. I mean, he pitched so well, but I don't like our pitchers in Fenway.
Wait, so the Red Sox get back-to-back Sunday night games?
I think the Yankees had back-to-back Sunday night games a couple weeks ago as well.
I know the Red Sox Sunday night record's really good, but they did get swept by the Dodgers last weekend. So
as we were watching,
they blew it.
Yeah, they did. Hopefully they continue to blow it. So let's just pick up the W tonight.
Matthew Ryan just texted me.
What did he say?
Well, I guess I missed his text from about 40 minutes ago. It says, nope, Mets fans are so cocky and still suck. Just text me right now. Mets won't win.
Mets will not win. You can bet your bottom dollar, Tony. We haven't gone to that one in a while.
That is true, actually. That's a good one.
So yeah, that's really what we have here. But once again, we appreciate everybody who tuned in today and continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume, the merch at downtimetv.com. We want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees! And we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.